Roulette Man presents Triplets.
Hey everybody, I have a wonderful system here by a professional gambler. This guy made his living from derivations of this system. It's actually called Triplets because we bet in series of 3. We're going to be betting either red or black, and we're going to bet in series of 3 spins. And there's only 3 results we can get from this, okay? You can get 2 wins and 1 loss, or you can get 3 wins. And in which case, if that occurs, you're going to flat bet at whatever bet level you're at. The general rule is to flat bet, okay? The other kind of result you can get is when you have 2 losses and 1 win, okay? In that case, you're going to raise your unit size by 1. And then finally, you can get 3 losses in a row. And in that case, you're going to raise by 2. These are recovery maneuvers. I'm not going to explain them right now. I mean, they're pretty self-explanatory, but I'll sort of indicate them when I'm thinking about them during play. But it's important you're aware of these while recovering. So the general rule is stay conscious. While you're playing, stay conscious about your choices. Okay, we start with the win. Okay. And we start with 2 wins. Okay. Alright, 3 wins. There you go. That's $150 that fast. Alrighty, and so we are, that was a unit size of 1. Okay, and so that was 3 bets at 1 that we won all of them. So that is going to be +3, and that puts our balance at +3. Okay. Alright. So there's really nothing to do here. You could, if you started with more than 1 unit, like if we had played starting with 3 units, say, it's possible then after 3 wins, if you wanted, instead of flat betting, you could actually go down by a unit, and we'd start betting with 2 units. Think about that. That's a hot tip. Here's our first bet in the second series. It starts with a loss. And the second bet, also a loss. So this is a guaranteed losing series. So here's the third bet. All right, triple L. All right, so our unit size is 1. It's obviously a -3 situation. It does put us right back at 0. And what we're going to do to remedy this is follow Rule C. We're going to raise by 2 units. Okay. So now we're betting 3 units, and let's see what happens. Okay, another loss. Okay, and second bet, another loss. And the final bet, another loss. Okay, so this unit size was 3. That means we're now -9. That'll get us to -9. The rules say that we raise by 2 units. Now, in these recovery maneuvers, you can raise by extra. That's what I'm going to do here. I mean, sure, we can get hit by a much worse sequence, but it doesn't hurt if we're going to be raising by an extra unit, as long as we keep in mind that we did so. Okay, so the rule says to raise by 2. All right, so there it is. That's actually 5 units now. I'm going to raise it by 1 more. Okay, just because I feel like it. You may not like to do that. I'm actually going to be bidding 6 units instead of 5. It's also good to keep in mind that you did raise by extra, because you can also cut your bet by X. Okay, so you can do both. Bingo, we get a win. Now, you can cut your bets, you can alter your bets in midstream. The general idea is not to do that. But because we made a very special move, this recovery maneuver, recover by X, the system only called for a raise of 2. I raised 3. So what I'm going to do is now reduce it by 1. Okay, so instead of 300, I'm going to bet 250. Okay, we got that win. All right, and I'm going to keep it at the, again, you don't want to mess with things too much. I'm going to take that third bet at the regular level. And it is a win. Put down the amount that was actually called for, which is 5 units. All right. Now the subtotal on that is going to be 15. Okay. But plus one more, so 16. So that will be a plus 16. Okay. That is going to take us to, let's see, plus 7. I am going to go all the way back down to 1 unit. Okay. So you see how that goes. I've given you a lot of good examples, strategy examples. Okay, so let's get another series here. All right, we start with the loss. And another loss. And a win. All right, so that's rule B. That's going to be 2 losses, 1 win. So let's go ahead and score it. The unit size was 1. It'll be -1. That'll take us down to -6. Okay. So we're supposed to raise by 1 unit. I'm perfectly happy with that. I'm sorry, that's +6. I am perfectly happy with raising 1 unit here. So let's keep going. All right, we start with a win. Okay, and we have a loss. So let's get a decision on this series. Ooh, and it is a losing series. So, all right, so the unit size here was 2. All right, and so that will be -2. That's going to take us to +4. Again, it's same, the rule B, we're going to raise by 1 unit. So let's do that and see what happens. Start off with a win. All right, let's get a decision on, let's get a second bet here. And it starts with a loss. So now let's get a decision on this series. And it is a winning series. Okay, that's what we wanted. Okay, so our unit size is 3. It's 150 we're betting. And so, all right. And of course, it's going to be +3. That will take us to +5. This is 2 wins and 1 loss. We're supposed to flat bet. I'm going to flat bet at 3 units. And we didn't. So, okay. Well, let's see what we get on the second bet. Oh, okay. And the final bet. All right. So that is a losing series. The bet size was 3. Therefore, it's going to be -3. So that'll put us, right back at +2. This is obviously 2 losses and 1 win, so we are going to raise a unit. So let's do that now. I'm very comfortable with where we are, so let's continue. That starts off with a loss. Another loss even. Next. Alright, a triple L. Alright. Okay. So the unit size here is 4. That will be scored as a -12. And that is going to take us to -10. I'm going to just raise it by 2 and be happy with that. So let's do that and continue betting. Alright, and so we start off with a win. Yeah, and I'm going to have to take a second bet here. Alright. And it is a win. +6, right? We're going to be betting 300. Okay, and so 6 times 3 is 18. Alright, and so that is going to take us to +8. So anyway, we know that our balance is at 500, so we're actually at +10. Yeah, and I'm just going to go with the money, whatever the money says. If I made a mistake in my charting, which I have, we're obviously at +10. Our all-time high is now also +10. I could cut down to 2 units. It's like a short bit of aggression here. Okay, instead of going to 1 unit, I'm going to go to 2, just because that's how I feel. So let's do this. And we do get the win. Okay. All right. Now, you could actually, now that, again, I did a special maneuver, you could do the rest of the series at 2 if you wanted to. But I'm not. I'm actually going to step down, go back down to 1 unit. So I did a 1x for 1 bet. So let's keep going. we did get the win on that. Okay, and the final bet of the series is also a win. All right, so I'm glad we did at least one special bet. Okay, the unit size on that is 1. All right, we would be scoring that as +3. Okay, +1, so that actually is +4. That'll take us to +14. That makes our all-time high. So if you're going to raise by extra, make sure that you also cut back too.
Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to watch our other videos with very smart and effective roulette strategies. And check the video description for our practical roulette strategy tools and testers. Remember, roulette is a risky business. Always play responsibly and with money you can afford to lose.